Good morning, children. So, this is our last part of our video of chapter 7, that is changing culture tradition. So, today we are going to discuss from the debate within Christianity. Okay. Now, trade and travel, military conquest, and diplomatic contact link Italian towns and court with the world beyond. The new culture was admired and imitated by the educated and the wealthy. Very few of the new idea filtered down to the ordinary man who, after all, could not read and all right. Okay. So literacy rate out here increased, and with the increase of literacy, there was a conflict and debate has arose against religions. Now people they started to arose question. Clear? Now, the Christian humanist names Thomas More in England and Erasmus in Holland, they were there, they felt that priests and clergy were destroying the Christianity religion. They used to believe that priests and clergy were making people to do useless work in the name of the religion, like they were extorting money from the people, like you donate this much money, God will be very happy with you and will bless you. Clear? Like out there, one of the favorite method of the clergy was to sell indulgence, that is document which apparently freed the buyer from the burden of the sins he had committed. Okay. Now, with the help of the invention of the printing press, one good thing had happened. What was that? That is, Bible and other religious book was printed, which was available at cheap rate. Okay, and was available at the common language too. That is, in the region language of the people, the Bible book was available as printed. What it has done with the help of the printing, it has translated the Bible in the local language, which make the people realize that right now if it has converted to the local language, then the people has read the Bible, right? Now after that, people they realize that their religion did not permit such practices what the priest and clergy was saying them to do. Okay, now with the help of the book, people became to know the truth, and due to this, clergy and priests were in danger. So what they started to do? They started to do good thing, like they donate their money to the poor and to the needy people. Okay, and they even did many campaigns also. Why? Because if right now the priests and clergy they will not help the poor people to the common people, then they can't gain little bit of trust from them. So they want to keep their people to trust upon them. They started to do campaigns, started to give money to the needy people, donation and this and that they started doing. Clear about the debate within Christianity? So now we have our next, that is the Copernican Revolutions. So the Christian notion of man as a sinner was questioned from an entirely different angle by scientists. The turning point in European science came with the work of Copernicus, a contemporary of the Martin Luther. Now, Christians had believed that the earth was a sinful place and the heavy burden of sin made it immobile. So the earth stood at the center of the universe around which moved the celestial. Okay, now as clergy has said, what they have said that this earth is big and stood at the center of the universe, and around it what moves? It moved the celestial planet, that is sun, moon, all that planet moves around the earth. And they used to believe that earth is stable. Why it was stable? As because of the burden of sin. That is, in Hindi we call it that lots of paap was been done by the people. So for that reason, the earth has become very heavy due to the sin of the people. For that reason, it has become stable. It can't move. But out there, scientist named Copernicus, he asserted that it is not like that. He said In universe, sun is there at the center, and around it other planet including earth rotates. But he did not say it as to the people directly, as because for him it was very difficult, and he knows the reaction of the clergy towards him if he will go against their traditional belief on religions. Okay, so to point out or to finger out against any religion, it was not so easy or not so easily possible. So for this reason, he did not want his manuscript, name was the De Revolutionibus, to be printed. So when he was about to die, at that time he gave his book to his follower, to his student named Joachim Reticus, and he make the people, that is his followers, make the people understand the actual reality, the actual truth of the universe, and said that the clergy was giving them the wrong idea. Okay, out there the difference between the heaven and the earth was bridged to the writing of the astronomers like John Kepler and Galileo. So the theory of the earth as part of a sun-centered system was made popular by Kepler. That is cosmographical mystery, which demonstrate that the planet move around the sun not in a circle but in ellipse. That is not in a round circle shape. It was like an O, which we used to write in. That is the oval type of shape. Okay, so Galilean confirmed the notions of the dynamic world in his work The Motion. This revolution in science reached its climax with the Newton theory of gravitation. Clear? Now next we will study about the reading the universe. That is reading the universe. Now Galileo once remarked that the Bible that light the road to heaven does not say much on how the heaven works. The work of this thinker showed that knowledge as distinct from belief was based on observations and experiment. So what we see out here is that people, they started to read, they started to write, and they got the idea of thinking clear, and they got new knowledge, and their belief was based on the observations and the experiment. Clear? Now the last topic of our chapter is, was there a European Renaissance in the 14th century? So in this chapter we study about the European culture, their tradition. So does Europe got Renaissance, that is rebirth, that is world culture rebirth has taken place in Europe? If it has taken place, how it took in the 14th century? So children, after reading this chapter, after going through it, what did you understand? Do you believe that the European Renaissance was there in the 14th century? So yes, we can say that Renaissance was there in Europe, as it learned not only from the Roman and Greek but also from the China, India, Iran. Clear? It learned many things. Not only all this, but apart from this, with Mongol and China, its trade also spread. So earlier, illiteracy was very high. People were unable to read and write. Now literacy rate also increased, that is literacy has taken place. Apart from that, new artistic was developed. They came with new idea, and trade also spread with far of the countries, which has led to development of the Europe. Clear? Apart from all this, what is the most important thing is that invention has taken place, and the most important invention which has taken place was the printing press. With the help of the printing press only, the manuscript was been printed in the book, was been transmitted to the local language, so that people of the particular regions, they were able to read. Clear? And they could gain knowledge. Clear? So children, we have completed this chapter. So just go through it. If any doubts and confusion is there which you could not understand, you could just ask me. Okay? Thank you.